welcome back to the hardware review. This time we are looking at the Kaees Alexander RDA. It is a top airflow with a little bit of a difference. So without further ado, let's get on with the review. It sounded really terrible. On the front, as you can see at the top, it does tell you that it is Kaees. It tells you it is the Alexander RDA, and it's also got their logo at the top. As you can see, there's a little black dot there. That tells the colour of your RDA. I've got the black one, but you can also get it in blue. You can get it stainless steel, the black one, and you can also get it in gunmetal. If you look just above my shoulder, shitting, you will see all the colours you can get. Now, on the side, you've got their address, which is in Sangzin. It always sounds like I'm drunk when I say that. You know me, I don't touch beer. It tells you that it is Kaees on either side. And then on the other side, you have got the scratch and sniff authenticity. You've also got all their social media sites on there. On the back, it tells you all the features you do get with the RDA and also what comes in the kit. And then below it, you've got all your don't vape in a bin and all your kite marks. If you do look just above my shoulder, everything you do get in the kit is there. Just like normal. Shitting. Right, let's have a little look at this RDA. It is really well manufactured and built, this, as you can see. There is their little logo on there, and you've got the airflow at the top, and that's mirrored on either side. It is a 24mm RDA. Let's do like we normally do, top to bottom. It is an 810 drip tip goon style. So if you've got your own, you can interchange it. It is a lovely resin colour as well, really well made. I do like the look of the drip tip itself. Right, let's go to this airflow. It is very, very good airflow on this. Now, if you just take the top off, as you'll be able to see, there's all little grooves out round the side, and these are the different types of airflow you can actually have. Now, if you have a little look on the side of the RDA itself, you'll see there's loads of little dots, and that's where the airflow's coming in. And then there is a chamber, which we'll have a little look at, that's actually connected inside the RDA itself, where the air is going down at an angle from the honeycomb. So all these little grooves that are out on the outside of the actual top cap, they give you different bits of airflow. So it is sectioned off on either side of the airflow, so you can either have the full top on and I'll just have the bottom, or you can section either side off. So you've got lots of airflow options on it, which I really do like. Now let's have a little look at the top. As you'll be able to see, there's a chamber actually inside it, which is obviously domed. That's really good for your flavour. And you'll be able to see the honeycomb is either side. We'll have a little look at that underneath when we take the actual chamber off. So the airflow's coming in through the sides. It's hitting the honeycomb, which is then pushing it down onto your coils. Now, if we do take the actual cap off, if I can get it off, like, took a little bit of pulling. We'll leave anything behind that. As you can see, there is a chamber connected. If you look at either side, you can see where it's just like hooked on to the actual chamber itself. And it is honeycombed all the way round. So you've got like one section of them, which there is, I think there's 4 holes at the bottom, and then 4 holes at the top, 6 at the bottom, and that's on either side. So as you've changing your airflow, the airflow's coming in, hitting the honeycomb at an angle, and then going down into your coils. And as you can see, it is domed, so that's really good for your flavour. It's coming in straight into your mouthpiece. Really good idea. Now, obviously, ones like the Dead Rabbit and stuff like that, they didn't have that. They just had an angled airflow which was going onto your coils. This is different. With you having that actual fixed chamber on there, you can actually purge it. You're not getting any spit back. I've not had any spit back at all. And obviously, with it being top airflow, you can swank to your heart's content, or drip until stick as much in there. You're not going to be overflowing out the airflow. So yeah, very, very interesting design and lots of options for the airflow. Right, let's have a little look at the deck. It is a postless deck, and it's one that everybody's seen before. You've got your positive, your negative, really big juice well in there. Also, you'll see there's 2 little cutouts either side. Now that marries up with your actual top cap. So when you put that on, that's where it marries up and sticks. Now that helps for when you're changing your airflow. It sort of like moves a little bit and locks. So as you're twisting that airflow, it moves, but it locks, so it's easy to move either side. Another good idea. Down the centre, you can see when you're swanking, it'll be coming up there and moving into your chambers to be able to soak up that wick. Now, when you do actually wick this up, it is very, very simple to, and it's one of the most simplest decks you're going to get. And I recommend this to anybody who's really starting out on RDAs. Use the coily tool. Everybody should have one of these. One of my good friends, Simon, always have a coily tool. It is number 4. So you cut it down at 4mm. Slightly push your coils to the side. Make sure your wick is touching the bottom, especially when you're swanking, so that it's bringing the juice up. Don't leave it too thin. You don't need loads of it in there. Make sure you thin it out. But I am doing a build video on this as well, so you can check that out in a second. Rake it all out and just make sure it's touching the bottom. On the bottom, you can see you've got your 510 pin. Just say that it is Kaees. And that's roughly the RDA itself. So I'll tell you what, let's do the build. So that was the build. So what do I think of the RDA? Well, I've had it roughly about a month. It was sent out by Nature Vapes for this review. Big shout out to them. I'll just put their website down there for you so you can see them. I'm a little bit late to the game with this because I had a little bit of a break from reviewing, but it has been my daily go-to RDA. I absolutely love it. The flavour from this is absolutely corking. This is the Nature Vapes have come up with their own juice line as well, which is called True Juice. This is the Bakewell Tart. Really nice. You're getting that cherry as well. That glacier cherry on the top. So let's have a little talk about this RDA. I'm loving the actual airflow on this. It's absolutely fantastic. You've got so many options with it. You can either lock the entire top off. You can lock it off completely if you wanted to. You can lock off either side of it. And the way the airflow works is it's coming through the side and you've got that inner chamber. So it's hitting that inner chamber, sending the air down to that honeycomb, and then it's going onto your coils. Absolutely fantastic. And that dome's making the flavour at the top. Now you get that with the dead rabbit, but with the dead rabbit you haven't got that fixed chamber. Obviously you've just got where the airflow's coming straight to the coils. You do have a dome, but not as big as what you've got in this. The deck, let's talk about the deck. The deck is so simple to build on, especially if you're using your coiler tool. 4mm, you want to cut them off at. Very simple. Undo the grub screws either side. Stick your coils in, straighten them up. Now I would say push them out a bit to the side, so obviously the airflow's coming to them. The wicking is very, very simple as well. Make sure your wick's touching the bottom so the juice is coming up, especially when you're swanking. Now, when you're swanking, you've got a nice little channel through the middle. That's sending it down to your juice wells, and your juice wells are absolutely huge on it. Now, I've got this at 130 watts, coming out at 0.5 ohms, and you can see with it, this place is absolutely vapey. And that flavour's on point. It is really well made. The O-rings are really well, fits in nicely. There's nothing else you can really say about it. I haven't got any cons to it at all. It is a really well manufactured RDA and very good for swanking as well. I had it on the topside dual. Really do like this. So big thumbs up to Kaees for this. It's not brand new technology, but it has been really well manufactured. So, and I think it's roughly going for about $19.99, and that's on the Nature Vape website. Make sure you go and check them out. Another big shout out to Mark from Nature Vape, absolute corking bloke. Thank you very much for sending this out for a review. If you've liked this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. The subscribe button's just in the corner. Give it a little press and get me to that new magic number. We're just short off of that 2K, people, so please press that subscribe button. button and get into that magic number. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And there's one last thing to say, people. Keep them juices flowing.